relationship with China look like going forward, and where could we see potential sources of disagreement?
President really praising President Xi Jinping of China after he met with him last week, saying that the relationship between the two countries is good. They signed a one-year trade deal that really eliminated some of those tariffs, gave some relief to American soybean farmers who are struggling as China has not been buying any of their harvest this season. But the president's saying that the relationship is strong and he's using tariffs to his advantage in that case. To your question, though, about potential sources of disagreement, two things I want to point your attention to. One being Taiwan, which we have talked about before. Of course, the issue of Taiwan is one that consistently comes up when we're talking about the U.S.-China relationship as it relates to the one China policy. President Trump, though, said last week it didn't even come up at all. This has been a quintessential source of disagreement between the U.S. and China. As the president says, it's really not an issue, and he even remarked that it's much closer to China than it is with the U.S., kind of the same line of argument that we've heard from the president when it relates to Ukraine and the Russia war. But certainly interesting that he brought that up in this case. Another thing I want to bring your attention to is the issue of chips, which the president says could be potentially a source of problem with the U.S. and China in the future. He says that they have been asking for those chips from NVIDIA. He's saying, though, that the U.S., and that's important because that gives the U.S., and this is certainly something to watch, as two potential areas where the relationship between the U.S. and